What up? What up? Hey, this episode about to be crazy. We already know we got a special guest in the building. Shout out to my brother, man. What's up, V? How you feeling,
what's going on? I'm doing great, man. I'm glad to be in the building. I'm here with you guys, so I know it's about to be on and pop.
Oh yeah. I already got my tear ducts. You know what I'm saying? I kind of prepared them already.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? We gonna be crying. Like, I already know this is about to be one of the funnest interviews in the whole galaxy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
This your brother Donny, aka D Mob. Got my brother Vern in the building.
Yo.
And our special guest today is none other than my homegirl, my sister, Alicia Lee.
Yay! I'm so happy to be here.
Yes. Man, how are you besides busy, tired, stressed? Look, how we open up with that? How are you besides
all of those
things?
I'm extremely blessed. I feel so good. So good. This is the first year that I feel like I am hardcore in my purpose. And everything is kind of falling into place. And that feels like literally crazy.
Wow.
Like that. It feels like I'm like unhinged. Like
so
driving.
So before then you kind of felt like you were out of place?
Yes, absolutely. Like I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I was afraid to play it big. I was like, if I do this, if I do acting, then I can't do fashion. If I do fashion, then I can't have a 9-to-5. If I do this, then I can't like produce shows. And I'm like, no, like God's making a way to like do everything. I gave you all these gifts, you better use them. So now everything's kind of like molding into each other.
I feel that, man. I feel like, you know, we should maximize. I always tell people, maximize your time. Like do everything you want to do.
Yes.
We are here one time. We got one time here, man.
Yes.
And we better like really stir up the gifts that God has given us, you know, and do it all, man. Because what do we have to lose? We got something to lose when we don't try.
Absolutely. I want to leave empty. I want to go on the ground like with not a, I wish I would have.
Yeah.
That's proving to be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I said those words out loud 5 years ago and it's like, he heard me. So, okay, here you go. And I'm like, ouch.
I know, right?
Right.
Yeah. Richest place is the grave.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? All those ideas
exactly.
and people who shoulda, woulda, coulda, you know what I mean? And didn't do anything because of fear or because of not knowing exactly how the outcome would be. It's like, you can't worry about how the outcome would be. You just got to start.
Right. Just start. Just start. Do it scared.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do it scared. So take us back, young Alicia. You know, where'd you grow up? How was that childhood?
Oh, goodness gracious.
Where you grow up at? Is it born and raised here in Cincinnati?
Yes.
Okay.
How long you got? So little known fact, I was actually born in Avondale.
A1.
It's
A1.
fact. Just kidding. But yeah, I was raised in Avondale, Rockdale area, and my mom took us out of there and moved us all the way to Delhi. So I was too young to know culture shock. So I didn't know, like we lived in like St. James. What was the St. James area? What's that? Kind of where Mortar is now. What's that? People's Corner.
Oh, Wanna Hills.
Wanna Hills. Yeah, we lived in Wanna Hills like for kindergarten, our preschool kindergarten. Then we moved out to the Sailor Park area. And so born and raised Cincinnati-ish.
Yeah.
Then moved to North Side in high school, and then I've been here ever since.
You always, like, in school, what did you want to become? You know what I'm saying?
Be an actress.
Really? I can see that.
An actress and a teacher.
I can definitely see that. A teacher.
Yeah, I wanted to teach, I wanted to act, and I wanted to do fashion. Like, believe it or not, there's pictures of me. We would put, me and my little sister, Jaleesa, shout out to you. I love you so much, my best friend. We would put turtlenecks on our heads with the neck part as hair.
Okay.
And we would drape ourselves like in towels and blankets. And we were like, I would drape us. And we would walk down the steps and be like, Mom, I'm a beauty queen.
How's the walk?
Right.
Like that?
Had the catwalk was walking.
8-year-old me, the head's still the same size. Like,
oh, wow.
Just bobbling down the set. So she would let me cut up like tablecloths and napkins and all kinds of things, like sew them to, my mom taught me how to hand sew them to clothes. We would play school in our room. She would have paper pencils. My mother was very big on education. So it was environmental print everywhere. And then, I kind of just grew up wanting to do that. And thank God I'd done all of that.
Wow. So fashion was always a part of you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you see yourself going into fashion in this way though?
No, it was so weird. My mom would do stuff like, school pictures. And I went to an all white school.
Okay.
And my kids would take my clothes. Like I would have like a jacket. That my mom was big on thrifting, and we weren't really like into like trendy stuff. It was like, it's clean, it can fit you, go to school.
Yeah.
Like it's education, not how you look. And so that was like drilled into me. It's what you know, not what you have.
Got you.
But
it's what you know, not what you show.
Exactly. Put it on a good company. Right. New slogan. But yeah, people would take my clothes. So my mom started to like glue stuff.
So wait. You mean like hold on. So you mean like, can I wear
down?
Okay.
Like I would put it on the back of my chair and come back and it's gone.
Right.
Or like after recess,
it's gone.
Yeah. So they were like,
oh wow,
stuff on my stuff.
Oh wow.
So she and they would say, oh, you must have lost it. My teachers was haters. Like, no, I didn't lose it. Jack took my stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
So she would glue puff balls or glue ribbons onto my clothes and put my name in it. Like Alicia. I'll tell you about my real name. That's kind of a funny story later on.
Your real name?
Yeah. I guess I got to tell you now.
I've been calling you Alicia this whole time, and it's not even who you are.
No, okay.
Dastardly.
So I didn't find out either until I was 30.
Okay.
Yo.
So, I'll make this very quick. So I bought myself a 4-day, 3-night Cozumel, Mexico, like Groupon thing. And I told my mom, she was like, if you don't got a man, you ain't going by yourself. I don't know nothing about Mexico. You're not going by yourself. And I'm like, okay, whatever. It's 30. I want to go have fun. My mom comes with me. It's an all-inclusive resort. And what does this woman do? Leans into the all-inclusivity. She's getting sauced. Like, she's drinking Dos Equis. I didn't even know my mom drank. So I'm like,
oh, Lord.
Whoa. So we're in a hot tub. I'm sober because I'm like, I didn't make sure you don't die.
We in a hot tub.
This girl going in over here.
I'm like, you needed this. Okay, happy birthday. And the waiter comes over, Señorita Alicia, and she goes, actually, it's Alishia. And the record skipped in my brain. And I'm like, I think that's the Dos Equis talking. So we're going to just circle back to that at dinner. At dinner, I said, so Mom, what's my name? And she just started laughing. I was like, but I'm for real. Like, I'm dead serious. She goes, when I named you, I wanted it to be Alishia. I said, that's how it's spelled.
But that's how it's spelled.
Yes, that's how it's spelled. And she says, but everybody kept saying it wrong. So I just went with it. When I tell you my hair fell out, that's how it felt. It felt like all the hair just
the follicles just said, you know what? Let's get loose.
Yo.
And I said, it's your job as a mother
to
correct everybody.
That's what I'm saying. Look, my mom, so my full name is Don Eric. Okay, so my mom's name was Donna.
Okay.
My dad's name was Derek. So she just combined the two.
Love that.
Right. So people would say Donerick or Don for short. And as soon as my mom heard somebody call me Don, she was like, it's either Donnie, his nickname, or Don Eric.
Okay.
Right. But I get what you're saying. Like, she corrected. And so it made me correct people immediately. Like, you wasn't calling me Don.
Right.
It just, no, it's Donnie. Say the whole thing.
Yeah.
You can say, I'll let you get away with D for shorter.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But not Don.
But not Don. Right.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, that's Alicia. Because every time I see your name, I'm like,
the I is not silent.
yeah, that I in it. It's not bro, like it doesn't look like Alicia.
No, because it's not. And I didn't know that until I was 30. But it was too late to go back. Wow. I don't know her.
I mean,
wow.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's weird.
If you wanted the alias, I mean, you wouldn't be lying.
No, but true. Some people at my old job would be like, when they found that out, they're like, so it is Alicia. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Oh my God, Alicia.
Isn't that wild though, to find out at 30?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I've been living with this burden. That's my real name. But yeah, I go by Alicia. I don't introduce myself as Alicia Lee, but yeah. That's a quick segue. But yeah, I forgot we were even talking about that. Just blew me.
Yeah, I know, right? It's because it's like you kind of feel, I ain't gonna say like lied to, but you almost kind of feel like, you know what, like now you're gonna tell me the truth,
right? Like this was something that I probably should have write it down. But she would make clothes. She would do my clothes so nobody could steal them and write my name in them. And so from there, I just...
Did that help?
Yeah. Yes, it did.
Did that help cut down the thievery?
Balls definitely didn't come on your outfit.
Right.
Jack. So...
Okay, whoever this Jack is out there.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're watching, we own you. We own you. Right?
So is that, do you think that's what kind of just having, did you recognize that about yourself? Like, man, I'm a fashionable person. Really?
No, I was.
Because today you are fashionable. Like, you are one of the most fashionable people I know.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
like, real talk. And you didn't pick up on nothing. You was just like, this just what I wear. This just what
just my clothes. Because it was education. It was be intelligent, have integrity, be chaste.
Yeah.
You know, follow our religion so perfectly. It wasn't like you didn't have the creative freedoms. I turned that into drawing, into painting, into like acting. So it wasn't like I'm going to put this on and be cute. It was like I'm put this on because it's clean and it fits. But I always dressed like differently than everybody else. And when people, like, high school was pivotal for me because everybody would wear those Guess outfits.
Yep.
Those jean matching Guess outfits.
Stonewashed.
Stonewashed bad boys. And
cross color, all that. Oh my freaking God.
A sea of the same people walking towards me in school. And I vividly remember being like, I'm in some white overalls with paint on them. Not intentionally. Like, I was painting and it just got on my white overalls. Because who paints in white overalls? And I'm like, anybody gonna tell them? Like, y'all all look alike. Just no individuality. And that wasn't like being fashionable, being cute, and like being popular wasn't cared about in my house. So no, it wasn't until like adulthood where I was like, I really don't want to look like y'all. But yeah. No.
Being different, marching to your own beat. And it's like you either do that by nature or not. But it's like it's always been a part of you. It's always been, been in you. And that's one of the things that I always say about, like, when it comes to parenting and looking at your children, it's like, pay attention to like the small, obscure things that your child does, because that's something that God put in them.
Yeah.
Because when they get older, or as they continue to grow older, you don't have to worry or ask them like, so what do you want to be? You should already kind of see, like, as a counselor would in high school, sitting down with your child and saying like, oh, I see that you have these strong suits. Maybe you should try this, or I'm not surprised that you lean more towards this versus what I'm trying to put you in. I'm not going to make you be something that you're not.
Yeah. That's good.
So I think that's part of the reason why you were saying earlier, like, I feel uncomfortable. This isn't me. Sitting in the cubicle. This isn't me. Like, for those people that are in those situations, like, that's not you.
Yeah.
You just kind of falling into, I ain't gonna say like the trap, but it's like the rat race of I have to survive.
Yeah.
But it's okay to try to figure it out at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. But actually, you finding a job that I loved fell right into like all of this. If I can be creative, and I found like my love for helping people and like talent acquisition, getting them jobs, helping them like know the code, and putting them in spaces that they could get high paying jobs and they could understand, like, you don't have to code switch. You just have to be tactful and respectful and professional and like all these things. So I was able to transition all of the things I wanted to do after I quit my job and got another one because taxes. But I use my 9 to 5 to fund my
good stuff,
other stuff, to get some investors.
So what made you choose, what made you go into the clothing versus like the acting? Is acting something you still want to do, or is it just like?
Yeah. Renard knows me. I met Renard in an acting capacity.
From acting.
Yes. So really, I have to give you some flowers, because I'll give you a big bouquet, because now as I'm talking about it, we were talking earlier, he
like dandelions. That's cool. Yeah, give him some dandelions.
Give some weeds.
We eat those. You live forever. Not that you need that. You already
give him his flowers.
Yes. So when I started working with the Black Cinema Collective, B3C, it was just an acting capacity. Acting, set design, whatever I could do to just help and chip in and write. I write as well. And
phenomenal writer, by the way.
Thank you so much. We won some awards.
Look, I'm telling you, don't sleep.
Come on, award winning.
Oh, hold on.
Tell y'all, award winning Alicia Lee.
No.
Let me tell you,
Alicia Lee.
When she had won that award, Ava DuVernay had liked it.
Yeah.
I put it up on Twitter.
Hold on now, which award is this?
So 48 Hour Film Festival is something that we dominated in 2018. We destroyed. I think it was like 15 black teams.
We showed no, well hold on. It was 3 black teams.
The first year.
But it was in 2018, but it was like on average 15 to 20 people on those teams, because when we met, you remember, it was we was all trying to be on one big team,
right?
And then Zoe
split us up,
and he was like, "We're gonna have 3 teams," and it was still huge. This is the first time that they even saw or knew that there were black filmmakers in Cincinnati. So when we showed up at the kickoff, the room kind of fell silent because it was like, where
all these
you people come?
We ain't in Kansas no more.
Exactly. Go ahead, continue.
No, the year before we made some noise. We made some noise. I won a best best supporting actress.
Okay.
And that was the only award that our collective group had won. And it was like 40 of us.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, we got something. We cooking.
Yep.
We cooking.
Yeah.
So the next year when we had the huge teams, and I produced Karma, which was a short film, and you have 48 hours to write, film, edit, and turn in a 7-minute short with a surprise character and a surprise prop, so you can't cheat. When I tell you, Karma was nominated for 13 awards and won 12.
Yeah. Talking about cleaned up. It was almost a clean sweep.
It was almost a clean sweep. Yes.
And that year.
It was the craziest experience.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, but fast rewind 3-4 years prior is when I met the B3C crew. It was just getting up and running, and we would be on set doing a short. We stayed doing just fun, crazy, creative shorts.
Yeah, we did.
And people were like, well, I've always been a little like, what? So they would be like, well, I need my character. And they would bring clothes for their character. I'm like, you can't be a banker in joggers
right,
or holy jeans.
So your attention to detail, you was on it.
Yeah, like, no, that's not telling a story.
Yeah.
So I started to like thrift or get stuff out of my closet or style them from their closet to tell the story. And then we got to a point where it was really pivotal because Bernard created a superhero short called Super Just Super. And I was already doing like fashion stuff on the side. It was still kind of low key. I hadn't really done too much. And he was like, could you make me a superhero costume? And before the word, I was, yes.
Yep.
Before he finished, he said, what you want? And I met Andrea for the first time, and we made this crazy costume.
Yeah.
And I was like hooked.
Yeah.
I said, okay. So from then, like, whenever there was a short,
wow,
I was like, all right, what you need me to make? And like, even Alicia Redmond, who's doing a beautiful project, Willows, love her to death. I love her to life. I was able to do some pieces for her 1950s period piece. So that's how fashion kind of started to like really pick up, because I'm like, I love storytelling. And when you walk into a room, no matter what you have on, you're telling a story.
Nah, for sure.
So how can I elevate that? And like, I like being the only one in the room that looks like me. So that's kind of how fashion transitioned, and people will start buying my stuff. And I'm like, you want that? I'm not sure if I did that right. And I'm self-taught. So I really poured into myself and just.
So you never went to school or anything for sewing or?
No, I took a couple classes here and there, like community classes.
Yeah.
For industrial machines. I was like, this is hard. A lot of it was YouTube University. And
shout out to YouTube University.
Where you would never graduate.
May you never, ever.
May you never graduate.
No.
Welcome to YouTube University.
You're never getting out.
You will continue to pass
forever
for the rest
be a student
of your life. Yes.
Yep.
But yeah, self-taught, and it's really been up from there. So film really transitioned me into fashion design.
And what's so dope is it all kind of goes together. You know what I mean? Like you know, in the film industry, of course, the actors need clothing. So
Wardrobe. I mean, like they have an actual category for best wardrobe because they recognize just how important that is. You know, shout out to Ruth Carter.
Yes.
Black Panther.
Now who was it? Oh, okay.
She did her thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, she did her thing to the point to where I ain't gonna lie. I thought that fashion for Black people was going to change that year.
I thought it was going to too.
I was expecting people to be walking up and down the street from that year forth.
Yeah.
Wearing those because it seemed so real.
It did.
I was like, this is something that I could see
really out in the community. Yeah.
And it wouldn't be strange. It didn't look alienated. It looked like it was like a modern Afro, what do they call it? Like
Afrofuturism.
Yeah, yes.
Afrofuturism.
Yes. Afrofuturism. Man, listen, I can't wait till that day.
Well, I use a lot of African print in my line. So all you need to do is holler at your girl.
Yeah, she can definitely make, she can make anything.
Yeah, she can.
Thank you.
She can.
I'll be trying.
Like, I'm waiting for the day to where, this is when I know that black fashion made it, is when black people start wearing capes.
Capes?
Yes.
Come to one of my shows.
Because listen, they used to wear capes back over in Europe.
Yeah.
That was fashion. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking to myself, like, here in America, I want to see black people wear capes because we super.
That's true. Well,
that's dope.
Just
it makes sense.
Just stay tuned.
That's dope.
I will. And I got my monies.
I got
my monies.
I'll be ready for you and your monies.
So as far as, you getting into the fashion industry, do you feel like that's taking over more than your acting, or would you like to do more acting?
I would.
You would?
I would. I thought this was going to be my acting year.
Yeah.
And God hit me in the back of the head with a butter neck.
Yeah.
Okay. And I am in a play that's coming out this October. And I did a quick little Native Son. I was in Black Theater Company's Native Son.
Okay.
Real quietly. I have a girlfriend who I've known from high school who I was helping her through some of her lines. She was first-time actress doing some coaching. And she says, you should just do it. I said, well, take your role. That's not how it works. I can't just show up as you. She was like, I think you should just take my role. I'm nervous. I don't want to do it. I'm like,
wow.
Let's just practice some more. No, I go to practice to introduce myself to the director and just say, let me see how you interact with your scene partner. I'll coach you. She didn't show up. She didn't show up to her own practice. So the director's looking at me like, who's you?
Right.
And I introduced myself. She says, well, read for the part. And so I read for the part. And I've been working with her through the lines, so I knew the lines. She was like, well, how many shows can you do? I'm like, no!
I got duped.
I got so
And there it is.
And I did 2 nights, or one. I did one night because I got sick, but I did a night of Native Son, and it just filled my cup back up. And I'm like, okay. So when the opportunity to work with Bertha came for this show in October, I was like, yep, we in there. And then anybody calls me from B3C and wants me to do something, I'm like, yes.
Oh yeah.
So custom. So you specialize in custom pieces, right? Like one of ones. Yeah. What made you go one of ones versus, because most clothing companies they print in bulk and then you just buy until they sold out. But what made you like, nah, I want to go. I'm doing one of one. And have you did bulk and was like, that ain't gonna work, I want to do this? No,
I am going to go into small batch manufacturing.
Okay.
So small batch, sustainability is huge. Landfills are fill up. I don't know the statistic off the top of my head, but a dump truck full of clothes goes to landfill like every 7 seconds or something like that. Like that's how much clothing waste we have. It's look it up. Look up the actual statistic, but it's crazy. And a lot of it's because of fast fashion. No one wants to wear the same thing twice.
Yeah.
It's, you've seen me in it. So, oh my God, you can never see me in it again. And I'm really trying to combat that by keeping my footprint really low. So if you have a jacket that you get from me, you can wear that now, tomorrow, the next day, style it differently. It's encouraging people to think more creatively about clothes. And your personal brand is not a fad.
Yeah.
So that's like, I'm kind of anti-fad. Like when the crazy jeans came out and it was like, it looked like chimneys of stacked jeans.
Yeah.
I knew those weren't gonna last. I said, that's wild. That ain't gonna, so why would I make those? So I'm not trying to compete with fast fashion, but I wanted it to be very intentional that when you buy a piece from me, you will be the only one in it. And so when people say like, oh no, I chose this, or this jacket chose me, or these, I saw these pants and I wanted them to be made. Now I'm getting away from making custom pieces.
Okay.
Because that takes up so much time.
I bet.
But I have been making like small runs. Like I have a black and white collection that I made. And like if you want a duplicate, I'll make it.
So what's the difference between custom and like one of one?
One of one?
Yeah.
So custom is like, okay, I'm going to measure you.
Okay.
I'm going to make a fit that we collaborate on. So you want a good company blazer with a hood and 18 pockets deal.
Got you.
We work together and make that space on your measurements. if I'm just playing around, I say, you know what, I want to make a black trench coat with a fur lining. I make that. It's a size small. It's a size medium. You buy it. You take it. Goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you're not customizing the size when you do a 1-of-1. It's just like, this is the size. You better hope you fit it. First come, first serve.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. Sometimes if a customer buys it and they need it like taken up a little bit, I might
alter it
a little bit, but I don't like doing that either.
Wow.
It's almost like redoing your painting once you painted it. So
yeah, yeah.
I sell it off my kids. I'm not gonna change their notes.
Right. Right.
What would you say is the pros and cons of doing custom, like 1-of-1s?
Custom, people don't realize that we're not machines. Like, so there's imperfections in every garment that I make.
Okay.
You know, my eye is a human eye. It's not a machine programmed by, you know, a robot arm or whatever.
Yeah.
So like my cuts, as precise as I can potentially be, it might be off by 1/4 of an inch. Mm-hmm. So, you know, or people will think because I can make clothes, they're going to be, it's going to be fast because they can go to Walmart or Amazon. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I have to make the pattern. I have to measure you. And God forbid you be in between weights or fluctuating weights or anything like that when you fit me today.
Oh my goodness. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. It's like, I got out of doing bridal. I only take 2 prom clients a year for that same reason. I measured you at a 34.
That's so crazy.
That's almost got to be part of the contract. Like, listen,
no, for real.
Like, you must maintain this weight.
Yes, and
during this process,
I give a couple inches like leeway, but you wouldn't be a 34 in July, but Thanksgiving got you.
No, man, a couple inches is a lot, though. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Like, you know, you think about the waist. Mm-hmm. If your belt increased by a couple of inches, that's a lot.
That's new pants.
That is.
Yeah. So we go off of, so that's the con, is that customs, people are expecting it to be like printed, like 3D printed. And 1-of-1s, I could just have a creative moment and be like, you know what I want? I want to do this. And funny thing is, I sell more pieces from just creating than I do from customs. Mm-hmm. Because people are like, what? I want that.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
sure,
Yeah.
Take it.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So, do you happen to have a particular signature style that's like when people see it, they can tell like that's by me.
Me by Lee.
Yeah.
That would be either my African print, my snake African print. I use a couple.
Snake African.
Yeah. So it's African print. It's Ankara, which is the proper term for African print. It's 100% cotton, but it is vibrant. I have an orange, I have a turquoise, a green, and a pink. Mm. And when I either line something or make a piece from that, they're like, you got that from Alicia, didn't you? I'm like, They did. And then also like my avant-garde hoods. Like I do these big, flouncy, crazy hoods. And like men and women be like, yeah, I need that.
Oh, that's hard.
I need that. Because you can flap it down or flap it up and it's
like almost like a cloak.
Mm-hmm. See, we get real close to capes.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, I'm waiting for my cape.
And I do waist capes. I do waist capes primarily for women, but I'm gonna throw you a cape together.
Okay, listen, we can talk.
And we're gonna have zippers in it, so you could put your nuggets in there, all your wires and stuff. Have a boom mic pocket.
Right.
What's some of the like I guess like challenges you face in this industry? You know what I'm saying?
All of them.
I face all the challenges.
It's like
every challenge I face.
It's like pick between A, B, C, or D, or E. All the above.
All the above. No, yeah, but having like resources, like this is people say that fashion is an expensive hobby, and it's not a hobby for me. Like I need to create. I would do this for free. Mm-hmm. But having space, resources, making something and people not liking it, like really, it's like painting.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Or if you put a song out, and ain't nobody moving, you're gonna be like, y'all ain't hear this. I said so professional,
right.
So professional.
Hold on,
right.
start that over.
Y'all ain't hear me.
Start this joint over, all the way over. We're gonna be from the top.
That's my favorite song right now. I don't know what it is.
So professional.
Yeah, it's like when I went to your album release party, and my mom was like, she hasn't been to church. And maybe until last time I saw somebody died. That's the only time she steps foot in church. And she even made a comment, I'm going to start smoking in here. Like, I said, you're not a vampire or unholy. Relax.
I'm going to start smoking.
She's so goofy. But when you started she was vibing before, but when you got on stage and started to do your thing, I'm seeing her little shoulders go.
Come on,
and I'm like,
okay. Right, yeah.
I was like, you ready to go? She's like, just two more songs. I'm like, okay. But when So Professional came on, I said, this one, I like this. She was like, I like this one too.
Come on, Mom.
She was like, I'm so professional. I was like, yes, you are.
Shout out to Mom.
Shout out to Mom. Annette, that's your real name.
Right.
Right. I don't know which camera I should look at.
This one right here, yours. This one. Yeah.
But anyway, no.
But just fabric, some of the challenges like
finances, like having a space. I was doing it out of my house for so long, and now I have 2 beautiful studios, and they cost money.
Yeah.
Right.
Trying to diversify, like I'll do wardrobe for a film and then, conflicted on like, okay, do I charge you for using my pieces? Will I just charge you the flat fee of me doing wardrobe for your customers? Yeah. Or having people tell people no. Telling people no, like prom season, I feel like I am like a villain because I have all these people that want to rush in and get these, do what you want to, but I want to cover my kid up. Like, my daughter needs to be presented in a certain way. With her, I don't care what the social norms are.
Right.
You're going to present with lots of the imagination. Because you're not going to advertise what's not for sale.
Right, exactly.
And then the daughter getting it and she don't like it. She got an attitude.
Yeah.
But I tell people no. If you give me your design and you want to do a very risque looking dress, I'll turn you down.
Yeah.
Or if you want me to duplicate. If people want you to often, because you can make clothes, they want you to make something that they've seen. And I'm like, it will take me more time and it'll cost you more money to just go get it from Shein or whatever.
Right.
Just go and get that plastic outfit and leave me alone. Yeah. So I reject I turn down a lot of clients, and sometimes that could be frustrating because it's like you
want the money.
You want the money, but I don't want to do something contrary to my brand.
Yeah, and I take my hat off to you on that because it takes responsibility and maturity because it's like you're watching after people. This is more than just I'm doing it for a hobby. This is more than just money. Like this is like a moral, responsibility to the community because it's like again with film. We like to protect the narrative of how we are portrayed on camera. So it's the same thing. I get what you're saying. Like, I don't want to have that narrative out there of, this 16-year-old leaving nothing to the imagination. And it's like, and I'm contributing to that because I got bought.
Yeah. Like, I don't want that.
No.
My daughter came to me 3 days before prom and said her prom dress didn't come. She got it off of Etsy and it didn't come because of tariffs. And I'm like, gulp. And in 2 days, I made her a beautiful gown. I made her help though, because I wasn't doing it for nothing. But I made her help. But she's a Princess Tiana fantasy since she was 8. She knew what prom was, and we were able to crunch time, get the stuff ordered, make the dress, and she was beautiful.
Of course,
and it was a beautiful moment because we got to do it together. But,
oh, that's dope.
Yeah, lots of challenges, but the all the ones entrepreneurs face.
Yeah,
self-doubt, frustration. Trying to find your community, trying to find like-minded people. And I will have to shout out Myra Walker-Wallace and Sansire Frazier from the MAC Foundation.
Okay.
I met them. If you've heard of Fashion at the Fountain.
Yes. Yes.
That changed the trajectory.
We was just together.
Yes. Yeah, Myra?
Yeah, at Macy's.
Oh, yeah, Macy's, yes.
Yeah.
So I don't give her enough shout out. I'm so glad that God brought her into my world. She actually came when I did my first big show. But my first A Slave for All Seasons, Bernard was there. He filmed the first thing. She actually came to one of the practices to get models for her fashion show, her first one. And I was like, I don't know who y'all is. Come on in. And that's like the beauty of actually being a nice person. Like you want to see other people win.
Right.
And so I bought a VIP ticket to her event. I'm like, I don't know what this is. I want to support my models. I want to support designers. And I was blown away. And I went to find her and I was like, I want to be on that stage next year. And she's like, level up, let's go. And we've been rocking tight. She's put me in positions to get, like, I've dressed so many celebrities. And I was already doing a little bit, but, like,
wow,
it's gone.
Wow.
Even more.
Next level.
Myra.
Yeah.
See, this is what we talking about getting it together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You should have her on here. Myra and Sansa.
Oh yeah, definitely. I talked to her about that at the when we was at Macy's.
Yes.
She was like, "Oh yeah, I would love to come," So yeah, we definitely gonna get her on the show.
Yes.
Right. So let me ask you this question real quick. As an entrepreneur, I know for everybody in this room, we've all had those days when we woke up and we were like, I don't want to do this anymore. Tell us in the community, when you are faced with that, how do you overcome those emotions and those feelings? And you're just like, you know what? I know I'm called to do this, but not today. I'm hanging up.
I don't.
You just don't do it.
I don't. No, I feel my feelings because you're right. There's days where I'm like,
heck yeah, it's days like that.
if I don't sew today, I'll be okay. And I do take breaks. I'll take a 2-week vacation. Be like, I ain't sewing nothing.
Okay.
But into myself. That's what I will sew. But
ours.
It's hard. You know, I'm a rapper.
You are a rapper. Come on.
You know?
Yep.
I will sew into myself.
Man, listen, that should be a whole new line of clothing. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I ain't got time to do another brand, but if you want to collaborate, we can.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
I do, but our self-care is really important.
Yeah.
So I like to
What are some of the things you do for self-care?
Oh, I disappear.
Okay.
all right.
I will take myself on a vacation. I will I'll go see my sister in Chicago. I'll go love on my kids, my nephews. I took them to Kings Island and fought them cicadas. It was fine. Everybody was freaking out. Yeah, I'll just do things that I want to do that aren't related to sewing or fashion or film, but I love it so much.
Yeah.
It doesn't often feel like work. When I'm worked out from doing work for other people, I just take time for myself, really.
I love that.
So a spa day. Now, when I get a husband, he going to be in charge of that.
He going to be in charge of that. You hear that, hubby?
Put it down.
Future hubby.
Right.
Put the sewing machine down. Come on, we're going out of town.
Right.
Like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So,
Favorite fashion show that you've done so far? Your favorite one that tops everything, and why? What made it the favorite?
dang. That's like asking which kid you like the most.
Mm-hmm. But we got one.
I do.
And I only got one.
I know. Well, Angela,
Well, Angela for the longest, but I got RJ as well.
you
So
can still have a favorite. We won't tell nobody.
Yeah.
I will have to say,
Like if you could do one all over again.
it would be my very first solo show.
Really?
Nice.
Yes.
Take
It
us
was
back.
my
What was
first solo show? It was A Slave for All Seasons 1.
Okay.
I had never produced a fashion show before. I studied for 6 months before. I read books. I watched YouTubes. I listened to podcasts. I like dug into it.
Yeah.
And I paid everybody. It cost me $10,000 of my own money to throw this thing.
yeah.
And I made back $9,099.74.
Oh man.
26 cents I lost.
Yeah. Damn, that ain't bad.
That's great.
No, that ain't bad for your first joint.
Yes.
That ain't bad. I
Sold
honestly.
We sold out 3 times. I had to add chairs 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
People from the community that I loved and respected came and like loved on me. Like Bernard came with a projector. I asked him just to shoot it.
Yeah.
He came with a projector, a team.
Yep. A screen, a huge screen. And
Yeah, I'm like, I
Listen.
just wanted was you to take a picture.
Right.
it came to show up. It wasn't about no money because I didn't get no money.
I didn't pay you.
Yeah.
No.
Dang, I retract
No.
that previous statement.
No,
I did not
here's the
pay
thing.
everybody.
No, you did because I remember I was telling you, I was like, I'm here to support. I said, so whatever it is you need, you let me know and I'll make it happen.
Yeah.
I'll go out and I'll spend money to make sure that you get what you need because we got to succeed. We got to look out for each other as entrepreneurs.
We do, man.
Really, really, really do because that's how the other communities do it. That's how they come
so
up.
true.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what Bernard. If Bernard could be like, can you come and be a tree on my?
I'm there.
Could you come and hold a boom light for 14 hours? I'd be like, let me go put my hair up. Like I will run through a wall for you, and I hope you know that.
And I'll do the same for you too,
Yes, like,
as I do with Don.
For real, yeah.
I'm for real.
Absolutely.
really love both of y'all,
Man, we you know we love you, man.
Yeah.
But that was my favorite one because it had all different kinds of models, new models, shapes and sizes. I brought 2 new designers that hadn't had a show before to share my platform. I just felt so connected to my purpose. It was like I am terrified, and so many things went wrong. Like so many things went wrong. People were smoking weed. We almost got kicked out the venue.
Yeah.
Like people were trying to sneak in. People were telling people, I had a family friend of mine at the door and they were like, Alicia said I got 4 tickets. And I'm like, no,
Oh man.
like people were trying to sneak in the back door. Like it was pandemonium. And I'm like, all of this for a show, but I had food and drinks that matched the theme. So it was like that. I was really intentional about it and wanted people to have a safe space, just like be themselves. And I boohoo cried. I ugly cried when I finished that. But it was like, I can do this. Like I can do this. Yeah, that
Man,
was
and you helped me too with when I released the Pretty collection. You know what I'm saying? You handled literally everything on that end. Like I didn't have to worry about nothing when it came to the fashion show. The models, like she got the models. That joint was super professional.
Yes.
We packed that joint out.
It was full.
It was great. Shout out to La Rosa's for being one of the sponsors. They provided food, pizza for us. Like that was it was a really, really dope event, man. It was really, really fun.
Yeah. Vendors vibing, like it was a great show.
Yeah, it really was, man. It really was. What you got going? You got anything coming up as far as some shows? What's some shows you got coming up? What's some things you want to do that you haven't done? Let's talk about that.
Oh, okay. What I want to do, I want to do a fashion film.
Now, what's that look like?
Fashion film is like where you have a collection of clothes. Sometimes it's sound, sometimes it's this music instead. It's like the clothes are telling a story. So it's really dramatic. It's edgy. It's beautiful, and you get to showcase like the models. And I use a lot of non-traditional models. So like I always like to give brown people to shine and put beautiful clothes on beautiful brown people. I would love to do a fashion film. I would love to do like a tour. Like a tour, like to take, because a lot of models that I meet had not modeled before.
Okay.
A lot of older women, older men, young people, short people that think like I could never be on the runway.
Yeah.
I would love to go to city by city and be like, yo, you cute, put some clothes on.
Yeah.
Or you got a really crazy walk. You got a crazy look.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like, I need you to realize your potential. Like I would love to like wake people up.
Yeah.
That might be not living in their purpose. And I would love to open up like a school to teach fashion design, and not the traditional way, but like, here's how you can like sew your sock up. Here's how you can patch a jean, or, things like that. And we're starting to work on some programming with the Mac, but I would love to be like, come in here and you want to act? You want to do this? Like, let me help you. And
so a whole school for
just arts.
Yeah.
Just an art school.
Would it be called Alishia?
No.
Oh. I'm just making sure.
Nowhere on it. It'll probably be something like super like French or something. I don't know. Yeah.
Dang.
Oh, you want to know what I got going on?
Yeah.
So Mac Fashion Week is coming up. We're bringing Fashion Week to Cincinnati. Okay. And it's going to be huge, November 4th through the 9th.
Okay.
It's going to be massive. I'll be producing a 20-piece collection. So pray for your girls' fingers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dress for Success selected me as one of their designers for their big fundraiser this fall.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm really excited about that. I've been thirsty for them for a minute. Actually, Saturday, Color of Summer. The first Friday is Columbus, folks. I'll be traveling to Columbus. Show that has 3,000 people that will be in attendance. So I'll be producing a 10-piece collection for that on Sunday. And then, I think there's a couple other shows sprinkled in there. So if I forgot one, my bad.
How important is it for you to like the people you surround yourself with as an entrepreneur, like the company you keep? Like how vital is that for you?
It's incredibly important. It's incredibly
Man,
important.
you talk about mental health, bro.
It's dangerous when you don't. And I experienced that where I just kind of wanted to like love on everybody. And I realized like not everybody who you want to love on wants to love on you in the right way.
Yeah.
So discernment was something I had to ask God for aggressively, because I'm just like, oh yeah, you mean me well.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, Dad, you just wanted to come here and mess stuff up?
Wow.
So now my circle is extremely small.
Yeah.
And it's almost that sad sometimes because I want to be in community, but I'm low-key terrified at times, to be honest.
Yeah, that could be so frustrating, man, because as a people person, like you really love to be around people. You want people to, you want to engage, you want to have new relationship, but it's just like people so freaking sketchy, bro. Like people so inconsistent, man, and lack integrity. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. And jealousy and envy, and it's just it's just so much that go along with the human. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's just like, man, like can we just get it together, right?
Can we insert?
Right. Can we really just get it together, man, and help each other from a pure place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
I was like, even if it's not from a pure place, my gifts aren't for me. So if you got something from me that you really needed, hopefully that changes you and you stop being sketchy. Hopefully you got what you need and you realize you don't have to be sketched to get it.
Yeah. And that's one of the things that time to get biblical, but this would be called a segment. Right.
Biblical break.
But like
biblical break. And now it's time for our biblical break.
Right. Brought to you by Bernard. Like,
blow the shofar, the trumpet, blow the ram's horn. That's what we need. Like, blow that ram.
Brought to you by not Vern, Bernard.
Bernard, right. But yeah, it kind of reminds me of.
Sorry.
Oh, Lord, help me, Lord.
Sorry.
Now listen.
We're ready.
Okay, so it reminds me of how Jesus treated Judas. And he said he knew Judas was a snake from the beginning, and he still kept him around. But he had the wisdom and the understanding of like how to navigate, how to use him and utilize him. So it's like we can't necessarily as human beings understand and know everybody that's within our circle. But it's like even when you find out, it's like, how do I not use this person, but how do I navigate being around this individual? Because sometimes we just have a quick attitude of, I'm cutting him out. I'm done with him.
But it's like, because Jesus story didn't have a happy ending.
But it had a purpose. It had a purpose. It was a painful purpose.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he still he allowed Judas to do two things to get close to him. They dipped at the same time with that bread and the wine at the same time. That was a moment of them being close. And then when he came back and he kissed him. Second time he allowed him to be that close. And he told him, he said, go do what you're going to do quickly. And do it quickly. And even after that, he still had enough to be like, you know what? You a hater, blah, blah, blah. He didn't do none of that. He let him go off in peace because it was still opportunity for Judas to be able to get it right. So the people that are out against me personally, I'll say for myself personally, I still pray for them. That's why the Bible says, pray for your enemies. Yeah. Because you never know, like they need you more than you need them sometimes.
Nah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
And you don't know, and that's not to say like to be a doormat and to get taken advantage of, right? But it's like, man, and I asked God one day, I'm like, man, why should I pray for somebody who's out to hurt me on purpose, right? And he was like, because you don't know who they're going to be later.
You don't, right? Ouch! But a good ouch.
Oh, freaking God! And then he checked me. He said, "Aren't you glad I allowed you to get to your later?"
Come on now.
Yo, it messed me up, bro.
Man.
Because he was like, you can't stamp somebody as that's who they will be their whole life. It may be who they are now.
Yeah.
Right? But it might not be who they'll always be. So when they look back and say, man, who displayed the character of God? Like we make the Bible real.
True.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like our life, living it out confirms the Bible to people. Right? It's like, man, it's so much crazy. Before I, get this relationship with God, I meet you and you are nothing but kind to me. You know what I mean? No matter what I do, you're nothing but kind. Later on, something happens. You was planting seeds, watering. But by the time I say, all right, I'm done with this. And I start reading and I see what people should live, how they should live. Guess what's going to come to my mind? I'm like, oh, she was literally living this.
Yeah.
Like she confirmed the Bible to me. You know what I mean? From her lifestyle.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I'm a product of later. You're a product of later.
That's so true.
You know what I mean? You're a product of later.
Yeah.
Right. We was all jacked up at one point. And we still,
man, listen,
let
me tell you,
we still need you, God, every day. Like we still messed up.
I'm a work in progress. As they say, excuse my dust. That I should put this shirt.
Pardon my dust.
Right. That's me. Under construction all the time. By God, underneath it should say God.
My dust.
Pardon my dust. Because, bro, I'm made of it, first of all. So it's like, it only makes sense that I'm always a constant, I'm a project.
Yeah.
I'm a constant project. So it's like, I need so much mercy and grace from everybody because I ain't going to get it right. I ain't going to do it right all the time.
Yeah.
So pardon my dust.
Yeah.
I feel that. I feel it.
Man,
I feel like
shoot.
That's crazy.
You got You got 2 wishes. You can't wish for more wishes. It's the only thing. Give me 2 wishes. You can have 2 wishes. What would it be?
That is awful. And I can't have some more. Okay. I should do some homework. We should send this in an email or something, so I had time to prepare.
On the spot. Yep.
2 wishes. I would say the first one would be to heal all the ailments of my family. Yeah. I've got a huge family. I'm one of 48 cousins.
Wow.
And I'm like, I don't know how that math works, but it does. And we've had some, health challenges and recent deaths. So I would just want to heal, or better yet, I'll amend that. Give my family the knowledge to heal themselves. That would be a wish.
So you got to work.
Yes.
You got to do your own work.
Give them the smarts. Don't just fix it, but help them understand how to do it.
Yeah.
And I say my second wish would be for my kids. I've got 2 amazing daughters, Asia and Layla, and I would want them to know peace forever. Forever. Because I'm a parent and I've messed them up. My bad, y'all.
Man, peace is everything.
But giving them peace and knowing how to renew it and protect it.
Yeah.
And when the world gets the world,
buddy.
be like, nah, boop.
Because if the world don't do one thing, it's gonna whirl.
It's gonna whirl, exactly. So I would want them to have just understand how to hold on to it and protect
unconditional
it.
peace.
Just unconditionally just be locked into it.
Yeah. Protect that peace too.
Yes. And know how to. Fruit ninja that bad boy.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right? Anything to the past.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's my lightsaber noise.
Because we can say man, I got Jesus on the inside, I got peace, but it's it's still a struggle.
It is.
You know what I mean? We still have our moments where we where's the nearest roof?
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
The SpongeBob meme where he covers himself with sand.
Oh my God.
Yes. That's I don't want to jump off of anything, but I just want to
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Head start.
Yes.
Let me hibernate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just leave my nose above ground so I can breathe.
Right. Give me a straw.
Yeah.
I'll
I'm
figure
good.
out the rest. That's
Dang. Yeah. That's a good 2 wishes. Vern, give me 1 wish, man.
Man, 1 wish. If I had 1 wish for today.
Yeah, for today.
Man, listen, I would say for today, I would wish for financial freedom.
Okay.
And I'm talking about to the extent where I don't owe and that I have overflow to give to other people.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Man.
I get a 0.5 wish so I can have some of that too.
Yeah, right.
It's automatically coming. Like I said,
yeah, okay.
I got the overflow.
That's
So
right.
so just be the saucer to my cup.
I will be the bucket.
So my 1 wish
Lay it on us.
is that I had 2 identical clones of myself. I want 2 more of me,
2
bro.
more of me.
Give me 2 more.
My
Wow.
gosh.
Clone all the way. My intellect, my drive. We was talking about this off camera.
Yeah, right.
2 more.
Dag.
So crazy.
Oh my freaking God. We would take over the whole world.
You have so much energy. You would need a farm.
The farm.
You wouldn't need a big place for the tool. You couldn't live in the same. You'd be battle rapping yourself.
Man, it would be
Right.
It would be so crazy.
It would be so
to
cool
have
to see.
a clone of yourself, man.
Man.
I think you should do a short now.
And to have the same drive and
Yes.
everything. Everything is just literally another
But
you.
again, like we were talking about earlier, how would you handle yourself when it came to your one spouse?
That would be my job.
No,
You can
What?
put the clones where you want them.
No.
can.
No, you know why you can't do that? Because you said that everything about me is just duplicated. Everything about you is duplicated.
But
you're
he
saying
has
thoughts?
intellect. But he has intellect. So if I tell my clone, this is my wife, I'm respectful too.
But he could be like, nah, that's our wife.
Exactly.
Nah.
No, because
Not
it's a clone.
this one.
He said, Asher, read this contract.
Don't touch this one.
So knowing you
Yeah.
and all your intellect,
Yeah.
how would you feel if you were the clone and then they were telling you now you can do everything else, but you can't touch this?
I would just say, doom, 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 doom.
I'm going to slip behind your back. When you gone, I'm going to be like, hey, it's me.
Because that would be my challenge. I know the kind of trouble I think about, I don't want to get into that I don't actually act on. I would be a menace.
Yeah.
Oh my
Because I wasn't there. I got proof. I was over here. I would use my powers for evil.
You would use your powers for evil?
Yes. I would have to have something horrible happen, like one of my clone's legs get like chopped off. And I'm like, okay, now I got to sit down. Because what would you doing on that trampoline in Brazil at Carnival?
Yeah.
You was supposed to be finishing this report.
That would
I would be efficient. I would be.
Oh my God.
I would be able to split my loves. Like you would have a full-time actress up your tail asking you to make movies.
Yep.
And then I would have like somebody that was full on to the fashion. Now they both got to put half on in this 9 to 5.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
They both got to work.
Give me a with this show is really geared towards entrepreneurs and people who are really doing things to make an impact in our community, man. So give us a business tip.
Oh yeah.
You can give a few if you want.
I'll give you my top two.
Yeah.
Like really on my brain and heart lately is one, understand that not everybody's your audience.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody's your customer.
Everybody's not for you.
And that's okay. And the more you lean into your bag, the more successful you'll be. And then be real good at saying no. Not everything is for you. It might be not no, but maybe not right now.
Yeah.
FOMO is not real to an entrepreneur.
What's FOMO?
Fear of missing out.
Okay. I seen that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I want to do, people invite me to do so many things.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes. All the other ones, sorry. Because it's on my brand, it's on aligned or whatever the case may be. But yeah, those would be the ones that are like feeling me, that I'm feeling right now. Because I'm having to say no to a lot of projects. Because I just don't have the time. I don't have that clone yet. It's in a crock pot.
Got you.
Yeah.
Well, V, you got anything you want to say? I ain't gonna say any last words because you ain't dying right now.
Golly, this guy tried to put me in the ground the last episode.
I saw that.
You saw that?
Any last words?
Any last words?
I saw that. See, as I'm not convinced that he's not immortal. You don't have to tell our secret. You don't have to tell your secret.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I'm regular, just like everybody else. I am. If you see me in person, you'll be like, oh, I see the crows.
I see the crows.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a laugh line. Nice try.
That's a laugh line.
I'll take
you're
that.
Joyful.
Listen, I am. I'm very gleeful. Very. Very much so. But no, I would say, gosh, like I really do appreciate what we have. You know what I'm saying? Like have you we've come through for each other. And you were just like, you're a genuine good person, like a great person.
Thank you so much.
And just love working with you. And I just know that there's going to be some great things in the future. And I want to be a part of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got my real number.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, the real one.
I got the real one.
Yep. So call me. When you call this number, my sister gonna answer, right? But don't trip. That's my real sister.
Right.
On my dad's side.
Wink.
No.
And then she gonna text my cousin, right?
Mm-hmm.
When she texts my cousin, he usually take about 3 days to get back. And then he'll text me, let me know you called. So it's good. Like he got the real number.
That sounds like the guys that you got trying to date right now. That sounds like a logic. These men species.
Let's do it too much.
Yowzers. Just say no.
Yeah.
Just say don't
no.
Call me. My wife is gonna answer.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Right.
Speaking of good, man, good company always want to, love on our guests. Our shout out to our sponsor. They keep me and Vern, you know what I'm saying, fresh. We got on the Cincinnati Music Fest. This is the new Cincinnati Music Fest tees. The collaboration. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Good.
Thank you. Yeah, these joints came out. These joints came out really dope.
Oh, it's music in the good.
Yeah.
Oh,
good
that
music.
Is really cool. You always coming up with the craziest fun ways to make good.
Shout out to Vern too, man.
Did you do this?
Yeah, he came to me with the idea, and then I did the design.
Yeah.
So if you don't know that Bernard is a fantastic Vern.
Yeah, Vern.
Right. Fantastic graphic designer.
Absolutely.
Give him some money.
That's right.
And some t-shirts.
That's right.
Right. And the leather jacket. Do you still have those?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
When it gets warm outside.
Yeah.
So we got something brand new. Ain't even hit the website yet. You know what I'm saying? It's getting ready to hit the website, goodcoapparel.com. They the bomb. We wanna, over that. Let's show them what you got. You know what I'm saying? Show them what you got.
Oh, is this a pretty tee?
Yeah, that's the purple and
yes. Oh,
that's cute. Nice.
Yeah.
That's really, really nice. I would tell the joke that I told Donny, if we ever stop being friends, I was going to make a clothing brand called Bad Company.
Oh, God.
Nah, that's like yours. You said Gooder.
Yeah,
Gooder Company.
Gooder Company.
Gooder and bad company.
Right.
Exactly. So right. Nice. Thank you so much. It's always a vibe hanging out with you guys.
Man, we love you.
So nice.
We're so thankful for you and proud of what you have accomplished. You know, the fashion shows, the acting. You know, you are so freaking talented, man. And the world needs to know about Alicia Lee. The world needs to know. Yes. You know what I mean? So
mebylee.com.
Yeah. What's the social?
mebylee.com. Me by Lee on everything. Alicia Lee, if I like you.
Yeah. Well, that's our time. We love y'all. We need y'all to get it together so that we can get it together. Peace.